Hello and welcome to KLM Institute. Today, we're discussing the latest economic update from the United States, where the economy has shown strong growth despite inflationary pressures and a cooling job market. According to the Commerce Department, the US economy expanded at an impressive 3% annual rate in the second quarter, driven by robust consumer spending and business investments. This marks a significant improvement from the 1.6% growth in the first quarter. Consumer spending, which remains the engine of the economy, grew at a 2.8% annual pace, while business investments surged by 8.3%, fueled by increased equipment spending. Inflation eased during this period, with the Federal Reserve's Preferred Personal Consumption Expenditures Index rising at a 2.5% annual rate, down from 3.4% in the first quarter. Core PCE inflation, excluding food and energy, slowed to 2.8%, marking a significant drop from earlier this year. These figures suggest the Federal Reserve's series of interest rate hikes over the last 2 years are starting to bring inflation under control. Despite these interest rate hikes, the US economy has remained resilient. Inflation, which peaked at 9.1% in 2022, has dropped to 2.5%. However, the job market is showing signs of softening, with employers adding just 116,000 jobs per month on average from June to August, the lowest 3-month average since mid-2020. Unemployment has edged up to 4.2%, though this remains relatively low by historical standards. In response to these trends, the Federal Reserve cut interest rates by 0.5 percentage point last week, its first rate cut in over 4 years. This move signals a shift in focus toward supporting the job market as inflation eases. Economists expect sectors such as housing, manufacturing, and auto sales to benefit from lower interest rates, with job growth expected to stabilize by 2025. Retail spending increased last month, indicating that consumers are still willing to spend despite the lingering effects of inflation and borrowing costs. Industrial production rebounded, and single-family home construction surged compared to last year. Consumer sentiment has also improved for 3 consecutive months, driven by perceived price drops on key goods like cars, furniture, and appliances. Though inflation has eased, many Americans remain frustrated by the high costs of essentials such as groceries, gas, and rent. Political tensions continue, with former President Donald Trump blaming the Biden administration for fueling inflation, while Vice President Kamala Harris argues that Trump's proposed tariffs would drive up prices for consumers. The Commerce Department also made upward revisions to GDP growth from 2018 to 2023, with an average annual growth rate of 2.3%, up from 2.1%. Last year's GDP growth was revised to 2.9%, higher than the previous estimate of 2.5%. Thank you for joining us for this update on the US economy. If you found this information useful, don't forget to give us a thumbs up and subscribe to KLM Institute for more insights into global economic trends. Got questions? Leave them in the comments below and we'll be happy to answer. Stay tuned for more updates on the evolving economic landscape in the US and around the world.